Do you get a lot of hip tension or even just a lot of tightness in general? Do you also struggle trying to get into certain positions where it just doesn't feel as comfortable? I'm Dr. Israel, and I got some good news for you because I'm going to show you how to loosen up some of that outside glute or piriformis tension so you can start to get into some positions more comfortably. So you only need one piece of equipment for what I'm about to show you, and that is a foam roller. Specifically, this is a trigger point foam roller. I highly recommend this brand just because it's a little bit more forgiving than our traditional foam roller. And I'm going to show you how to use this appropriately to loosen up the backside of the hips. So most people have used a foam roller before. They usually have it perpendicular to their leg, which is really good for hamstrings or even getting into the calf muscle, but not super effective for the glutes and our external rotators. So to loosen up the hip properly, what you want is to place the foam roller long ways. So it's parallel with our leg. You're going to come up into what we call like a crab walk position. You're going to slide the foam roller. So if you have a ton of tension in the outside of your hips, you can pendulum through the whole outside of the hip. And this is a good assessment to find out where it's extra tight. So for me, I got a little extra tightness right there. So just going to do some mini rolling through this area. And if you're rolling through this and you're like, yeah, it's tight, but not too tight, then to upgrade this even further, you take same side leg and bring it over top of the opposite knee. So now I'm starting to tighten those muscles as I'm rolling through them, and I can already tell I can find some more tension. So to show it from the front angle, all I'm doing is penduluming back and forth globally, and then I find that tight spot, and I just really focus doing some mini rolls through that area. And if you're real adventurous and you have good balance, you can start to lean on your opposite side, push down on that tight side as you roll through, and oh my goodness, is this smoking my piriformis and my glute muscles right now. And then my left side was tighter, but we never want to neglect the other side. So once you're done with your tight side, just go on over to the other cheek and start rolling through that tension. Now, after you roll through for a few minutes, even if you have time, do a few minutes on each side. See if you can start to get into those positions more comfortably. And if you are able to get into those positions more comfortably, then you know a lot of your hip tension is coming from the muscles being extra tight on the backside. So if this helped you a lot, this should be a part of your daily mobility routine. I always recommend people have a morning mobility routine, but if you have chronic hip tension, this is something you might have to do at least once a day, if not twice or even 3 times. And you can get some pretty quick results just rolling through it one time, but for the best results, you'd want to be more consistent. So the more consistently we keep the hip loose, well, the more consistently your hip will be loose. So if you have extreme tightness, you want to perform this at least daily for a 1 to 2 week period. You'll start to notice longer lasting changes. If you have tight hips, well, give this video a like. Also subscribe so then you know when the next video is coming out. And if you're dealing with a lot of mid-back stiffness, this next video is going to be just for you.